Alrighty, and welcome back. As you can see, this is another plug. Anyways, we have finished the profile page. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the settings. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, the other day, we finished doing the profile page, and now I was working on the design of the settings page. I still have to add a couple more things, which are just the policies and stuff like that here at the bottom. This is probably going to change because I don't like how small and squished it feels, but that'll be done later. I also have to do a bunch of working on the code and like cleaning it up so that it look nice and pretty. But yeah, this project's going by pretty quickly. I'm enjoying this, but let's continue working on saving the settings, and yeah. Alrighty, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on I finished the form, so now what I need to start doing is working on updating the passwords. But in order to do that, I have to make another table for the user sign-in information, and then also their email as well. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I also have to have one that tracks what one they're doing, light or dark for this, and then just the privacy policies, I guess, as well. I have to create files for the privacy policy and the terms and conditions, so when I click these, it displays them with a giant text field or label, and what I'm thinking is putting the label down below here and just having it read through a file and display it down below, so then you can scroll down and see it. Yeah, I think that's the easiest way of doing it, so that's what I'm going to be working on now. So as I just explained, I'm going to be starting work on it, and the easiest part to start work on is probably the privacy policy and the terms and conditions, so let's get it. Okay, so if we start up the app and we open up the settings and we go privacy policy, you can see that we have this huge label right here. If we also click terms and conditions, it sort of rewrites over top of it and under it. So I'm still working on that, and I'm not sure about closing each of these quite yet as well. But yeah, so I'm working on those two parts, but for the most part you can open up one and it works perfectly fine. So I'm going to continue on with this, and hopefully we'll be able to finish the other settings. Alrighty, now that I have all of these working properly, so I can do privacy policy and then terms and conditions. But they still kind of overlap each other if you open them both at the same time, but I'm not going to bother with that quite yet. Now what I want to do is the update password and update email, but in order to do that I have to edit my database a little bit so that the user can sign up with an email. And then we may do this theme thing, or we might just completely scrap it, because what I was thinking is that we would have a file on the computer of their settings, but the only really settings that they're going to be changing is the theme. So we may do that, we may not. I'm still deciding on it, but yeah, let's get working on to the update password and update email then. Alrighty, so I finished up setting up these privacy policies and the term and conditions, and now I've also finished the update password. So if we put in the current password, which is test12345 I think, yeah, 12345 and if we do test 12345 test 12345 and we hit update, ooh, let's start it again. So if we go current as test 12345 this is test 12345, this one should be test 12345. We should now see that it does actually update, but I might have to change it for updating it twice in a row. But yeah, anyways, it does work, just a little bug there. Alrighty, now with that done and out of the way, we also did the same thing for the update email. So both of these will be working, but let's say we don't do anything. It says that we have passed and then nothing. I think that is a bug. Yeah, it's just a current bug right now, as well as if you don't do anything. So if you type in the current password wrong, it also crashes. So I need to fix that as well. But once I get those two things fixed, then this settings page should be done. Well, all of that being considered and thought through, now what I also have is a light and dark theme. They're not the greatest right now. Not gonna lie about that. But one thing that is kind of annoying me is that this part isn't changing. And I'm pretty sure I know a way that I can work around it, but I also think that it is on, like, it's the actual form, so I have to go about changing the form's color. As you can see right here, this is a lot of lines. And what these lines are doing is, if we go into the settings, it is changing things from light to the dark. And so I finally got this working, so this whole settings page is pretty much done. I'm going to spend a couple hours one day working on all of the bugs, but that is only after we finish doing the login and sign up page for this application, which are the next steps. But before I get onto that, actually with those steps, what I'm going to be doing is setting it up so that it loads the profile image for the profile and changes this profile name upon the login. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this next part. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the settings page. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side, kiddos.